Hi, this is Northern Dice, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Cosmic Incursion. If I can get my words out. It's an expansion for the original base game for Cosmic Encounter, which is a game entirely oriented around bluffing, negotiation, quite a lot of space exploration, but mainly just being a horrible person to everyone else around the table, which, suits a lot of us fine. Cosmic Incursion is the first expansion in the series, and it actually came out in 2010, so it's not the newest in the slightest. However, it is the first one, and possibly one of my favourites as I've played with it before. If you have a look at the back, you've got the usual stuff that you'd expect in an expansion, all the lore, the spiel, but of course you've also got the stuff that you really want to see, which is new counters, an extra player included, new cards, and the thing that I love about Fantasy Flight expansions is they always recommend which protective cards they use to get. So if you're into sleeving your cards, right up your alley. So if we crack this open, straight off the bat you get the rules, which is exactly what you want to see. I'm never a fan of when rules are on a single sheet of paper. However, when it is an expansion, it always does make the most sense. You don't want another 600 books to go alongside a game, especially one with such a lengthy rulebook as Cosmic Encounter. But luckily, it only sticks to the actual expansion. It will only tell you about what actually refers to it. There's not a lot in terms of new stuff, repetition from the previous game. So you've got the reward deck, which is an addition, which is a variant, a new addition to the actual game. It's not something that's compulsory, but the thing that most people will be buying this expansion for is the aliens, not this. On the flip side though, I have played with this and it is fantastic. It does add a lot more element to it because you're no longer going to be taking cards from other players when you get rewards, you'll be taking it from the reward deck, which can be ridiculously amazing, but also can be a bit of a kick in the teeth if you get the worst cards in the game. And there's just some of the examples of the new cards included. Look at that lovely negative attack card. It's exactly what you want to get, especially if you've just got a reward. Nothing better to say thank you than a -7. Crooked Deals. There's another morph, which is always one that people have up their sleeve. And kicker cards, which is something that you play down at the same time in the planning phase. And I believe it'll double what you've got. Sure, anyway, you can find that for yourself. So we've got the usual stuff all in the sleeve. I always love taking these out of this plastic film because I always embarrass myself because I have absolutely no dexterity in terms of doing that. But the actual thickness and quality of the components, as for most Fantasy Flight games, is on point. And then you actually look into it, you've got what you really wanted to see, which is the aliens, their flares, the new player destiny cards, and no doubt the extra cards for the reward deck. Now immediately you notice in that there is no extra tokens in here, and that's because, just for consumption of space, it's all inside of here. And there we have it. If you want to play as the ginger aliens, you're more than welcome to. Nice bit of orange. Don't think that's going to really compare with the reds and the yellows, which is great because it means that you can definitely see who's on what planet. It's always a bit awkward when you get expansion and the colours are near the same as what you've already got. Stick those over there. Right, onto the good stuff. The aliens. Now most people would get a Cosmic Encounter expansion just for the aliens, as they are the biggest element of the game. Every alien has a different power and plays completely differently. A lot of the stuff is optional, a lot of it mandatory, and a lot of people are really good at using aliens. So these guys are going to be new additions that are going to complicate play further and also react differently to different aliens. Now the thing to remember about Cosmic Encounter aliens is that the actual colour of the card indicates how complex it is to use. So if you are a newcomer to any Cosmic Encounters, it is worth remembering that the green aliens, these ones, these bad boys, are going to be the easiest to use and their powers will be the simplest to understand. Whereas the red ones are going to be the most complicated. Yellow's a little bit in the middle, but I found in the past that the yellow aliens can be just as complicated as the red ones, especially if they are as wordy as the bully, for example. Always love it that you can just get quite a quick brief of what each alien does just from upside down. So you get to select the losing ships for a bully, nice and straightforward, and then of course if you want to go properly into the detail, you've got the full in-depth lore and the rules. quick flick through these. Ooh, Kronos. And that's what happens if you don't wash your face. Ah, the Leviathan, that is one that I have played with before, which is a brand new one, but also a little bit of a new mechanic for aliens. So you're an actual world ship, my apologies. And instead of just sending ships, you can send an entire planet through the warp gate to attack, which I think is a fantastic addition. And there's a reason it's optional, because if you send an entire planet into battle and then lose, you are going to be looking pretty stupid. Who else we got? The Locust, he looks like a nice fella. The Merchant, the Seeker, Sniveler, I know one or two of those. Ethic, Fury, oh god, the Gorilla's on the run. Mercenary, the Symbiote, another one that I've seen before. Now this is one of those that has got those age-old in-game setups, which means that it cannot be a hidden alien at the start. A lot of people reveal their alien straight away, but the Symbiote, like some other game setup aliens, cannot be. And this is only if you have got less than 5 players. The original game allowed 5, new expansion allows 6, but the Symbiote allows you to have double the number of aliens. You have twice as many ships in your actual roster. So you will be controlling 2 colours. You can see why it's green, because it's so simple and so easy to use, but it is a very, very, very powerful alien if you are going to choose one. The Disease, looks like a big daddy out of that game. I can't remember its name now. Genius, stereotypical alien. The Ghoul. And there you have it. I personally think that, even though this is the first expansion, it is probably one of the strong ones that I have played before. It's not one necessarily that people would go for because it is from 2010. Usually people go for the newest expansion, and because I believe all Cosmic Encounter expansions can be played completely independent of one another, it's quite easy to get wrapped up in the mindset of I'm going to buy the newest one because it will just fit perfectly into the game. I love this expansion of the ones that I've played, and I think it is absolutely brilliant, even with just the addition of the reward deck, but the aliens inside are also just phenomenal. If you're interested in finding more out about it, then I'm going to be posting a review on my blog site, but I'll also be posting it hopefully on Zatu. I really do advise that if you have got the Cosmic base game, that this is one of the expansions you get. But enough of me for now, thanks for listening.